God also holds you accountable for the things that He surfaces in your life. But Jonah was totally convinced in his own mind, even with the very presence of God and the pressure that was being put on him, he was totally convinced that he could flee from God's presence. And what pressure God had put in his life for a decision. But you know, Jonah, no matter how far or how fast he ran, he just could not silence what God was saying to him. He could not get away from the pressure. Let me ask you a question this morning. Is there anything going on in your life where God may be prompting you? How about you this morning? Are you attempting to silence God? How about His call in your life, maybe for salvation by grace through faith? Are you trying to silence God with all the distractions you can come up? A young man told me this week, I want to live hard, die young, and leave a beautiful memory. Really? As I go on to close this message, I want to bring to your attention, there was a powerful political Roman figure. He was a man in position of judgment, and his name was Festus. And he had to listen to the apostles. And he heard what salvation is about. He heard them preach Jesus Christ. The message that he heard was awe-inspiring. It was powerful. But there's always the other side, the satanic side. Although the message of the apostle was powerful, that voice called out to Festus, you better be careful. Look who you are, how much you have, the power you possess. If you go the way of this Christ, it can cost you everything. Do you remember what Festus' answer was when the message was presented to him by the apostle? Almost. What? You persuade me. How about the rich man? Missed totally the offer to be one of the 12. Almost. Now, Satan whispers, he's enticing. Satan whispers attractions that make you think. Satan is in opposition to you having salvation or living a life for Christ. Satan, his power over us can thwart our thinking. I'm going to ask you a very simple question. This is not a powerful message by any means. I like them simple. Which credit card are you going to carry out here today? There's only two. One's going to lead you to bankruptcy. and the other one is a savings plan. Or are you going to discover what it really means to be bankrupt? Every head bowed and every eye closed. Father, sometimes this application of deja vu, that feeling that we have already experienced something, and the word serendipity. Father, that's our prayer this morning, that we're going to discover something here this morning in and through your word that is going to allow us to make a fortunate discovery that we need Christ, or we need, Father, to make things better in our lives in and through. Now, there are a lot of us here who bring with us our problems of life, and Father, we need help to carry them. And so we're going to ask that you give us strength. But whatever the need is we have this morning, salvation by grace through faith, the uniting with this church, rededication, altar call, Father God, whatever you have placed as a need in our lives, help us to make the right decisions and to move now. In Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. Hymn number 294.